Hello, my name is Herb Kelsey, and I'm the lead here at Dell for Project Fort Zero. We're here at our 5G Zero Trust truck mobile operations center. I'm here with one of our key partners, Anusha from Corsha, and we're going to take a walk and show you the truck. We're here with
Hey, how's
it going?
CT, our lead solution architect on this system, and he's going to take over from here, and you'll be in great hands. I've got to get running.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Herb.
sir.
Great to see you,
All right,
sir.
great to see you.
How's it going, Anusha?
Awesome, CT. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. What do you think? I think we got some stuff done.
Incredible. A little bit, right? Pulled it off.
Yeah, we got there. So, for those that don't know, can you give a quick overview of who Corsha is, when you got started, and kind of maybe some of the problems you solved?
Absolutely. Would love to. So, we are a cybersecurity company in the DC area, and we've been around for a few years, focused heavily on API security. So, that application level and bringing zero trust to all of the automated traffic that's happening across our networks, across the cloud, all the way to the edge.
And so, obviously, API security, when I was first introduced and we got to meet, I've seen a lot of advertisement from maybe some competitive companies, and
Yeah.
I equate it ultimately to they have a proxy or a WAF at best,
Yeah.
and they're not truly doing API security. Can you hit on some of the differentiation on what you're doing to actually secure the API communications for not just IT and data centers, but even IoT and OT networks?
Absolutely. Yeah. When we talk about zero trust and some of those pillars around zero trust, you're absolutely right. It's a lot more, it requires a lot more guarantees and strengths than a web application firewall, right? It can't be heuristic. It's got to be a guarantee, yes or no, definitive. Do I let this in? Do I not let it in? Right. And that's really one of our key differentiators. So at Corsha, you can think of us as kind of a MFA for APIs, if you will, right? For all of those non-person entities you have in your network, where today they're struggling with having to authenticate using just service account tokens, keys, tokens,
Exactly.
certificates, and it becomes such a burden on DevSecOps and infrastructure folks everywhere to maintain hygiene around all of these things, right? And as we especially expand out to the edge and out to OT and IoT, as you mentioned, the number of devices and API clients that are connecting into application ecosystems is just exploding. So, how do you manage identity there, right? A core pillar of zero trust. That's where we come in and we layer on top and allow you to even do what we're really familiar with on the human side, but multi-factor authentication, one-time use creds, the ability to start stop access, even for commercial IoT equipment.
So you hit on a very good point. So as we move to a service-based architecture, right, and zero trust is definitely a holistic view. A lot of things are talking to each other, and most of them aren't humans,
Right.
right? They're going to be the service-based interfaces, they're going to be VMs, they're going to be containers, and those decisions are just be made by policies that are put in place.
Right.
And so what we've looked at, and more to come, obviously, we're going to integrate you guys fully into the actual truck and the control of it with NTC. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But we've even shown now here with a demonstration, and we'll have Chris join us here in a second, as to how that actually works, just to show people the value.
Right.
So Chris, come in and help us out.
Hey guys.
Hey, Chris.
Good. Yeah, so I'm Chris. I'm with Corsha. I'm a solutions engineer, and yes, we've kind of been integrating our whole zero trust architecture into the entirety of the truck, right? And so what we have an example of is an off-the-shelf IoT light, and we have a control center here. Normally, you would just be able to, anyone with the app could just access the light. So even if you're driving around this truck in the middle of nowhere, someone could come up and have physical access, they can control the light. With Corsha, they need a trusted machine. So this is a Dell tablet that we have that's a trusted machine that has access to control the light. So I can do things like turn the light on and off. I can, control things, change colors. And I, as an admin, can come in and cut off access if I need to, or I can make sure that only trusted machines can get access.
So Chris, my mind starts to go through as I look at even my home. I have a number of connected devices from my refrigerator to now even my stove. I feel like I'm a little nervous now that somebody may crank the temperature up in my oven
Yeah.
and I don't have any security necessarily in place. Could this solve that as well?
This could solve that as well, or it could even solve any API tokens that you normally would generate. I, as a personal developer, I make API tokens all the time, and they're just one time. They're useful once, and then I deploy them, and I never change them, right? And this makes it a way to have MFA on top of that, so I don't have to change that token. I can just have MFA automatically installed.
So multi-factor authentication for MPEs, regardless of the type.
Exactly, whether that's machine to machine, Kubernetes pods, servers, VMs, even machines on the shop floor.
Well, that's game changing. Everything else, and part of the reason I wanted this partnership and why I wanted it to grow is nothing else that I found on the market when we did our trade study was able to do it.
Yeah.
So appreciate Chris you coming in and helping out
Thank
to
you
give
so
us
much.
an overview. Noosh, thank you
Thank
for
you,
the time
City.
today and the
Awesome.
partnership.
Absolutely, and excited to grow it, and excited to, show you even more integrations and kind of all the way zero trust to the edge.
The journey continues.
Thank you.